Oh, hey there! Welcome back to another episode here on Hall Family Farms. So glad you could join us on this crisp first day of fall. And we've got a dandy. I don't think I see a cloud in the sky anywhere. It's beautiful. Nothing like a fall sky to look at. Anyway, we've got a lot of things going on here on the farm with summer ending and fall starting. We've got a lot of things we need to get done. And so over the next few episodes, we're gonna kind of cover plant propagation in a variety of ways because we are new and starting from scratch basically this year. We've got a lot of things we need to get propagated. So anyway, that's kind of what we're looking forward to. So pull up your chair, get a drink, take that bathroom break if you need to, and we will be right back to get into it. So don't go away. Before we get into our project today, I just want to show you some of the things we've already done. We've potted up our cuttings we took back in early spring, and so we're setting up our kind of nursery here. We've got a number of boxwoods, I think 20 Korean boxwoods here. This is a pink azalea that we got from my cousin Rob down in Alabama. Here is a burning bush, some needlepoint holly, variegated boxwood, and we've got our Japanese laurel along with some other plants here in our nursery. So we're just getting started. Now over to the propagation frame. Okay, welcome back. As you can see, our propagation frame is fairly empty. So we've got a kind of an assortment of things here. Got our Hormidin 3 rooting hormone we're going to use. But the goal is to get this thing completely full of cuttings. And so a couple of the cuttings, again, this is going to be a little bit of a random thing, but a couple cuttings that I have here that I want to try to root are these head over heels passion hardy hibiscus plants that I've taken cuttings from, and we're going to kind of trim off the leaf here because we don't need that much going into the fall to support this cutting. So we're going to trim that one back. It's already got a couple new leaves growing here. So we're going to take our Hormidin 3 rooting hormone, and I got this at the Greenhouse Mega Store. I'll put a link there in the description below. We're just going to kind of set these over here, let them absorb the Hormidin 3. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and prep all of these cuttings here, and then we will dip them. Let me just trim that one off completely. I think that's all of them. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some hormone on here. And you just kind of stick it in there and then shake it off. I'll use my fancy number 2 pencil dibbler. We'll just come right in here and see, we've got, looks like 3. We're going to space them, about 2 inches apart. Alright, and we always put a label on here so we'll remember what we've got here. Okay, and while we're here, one of my very good friends and gardening mentors, Terry and Paige Webb, they were kind enough to give me this plant here as a start. And this is called a gooseneck, I believe is what they called it. And as you can see, it's obviously doing okay here. We've got 2 of them, so I'm going to try to take some cuttings from this. So we're going to trim this back. Okay. Alright, we're going to strip some of these leaves off here. Okay, I think that's probably about as good as we can get it there. So we'll kind of set this aside here. And we're just going to let those absorb the Ormodin 3. Alright, we're going to put those in the same row here. All right. Now there are a variety of ways in which you can propagate or multiply the plants that you have in your yard. Obviously one of them is taking cuttings using a good pair of pruning shears and using some rooting hormone. This just happens to be the brand that I have selected to use for our hard cuttings, and that's what we're getting into now with the fall, our hard cuttings. During the summer it's kind of semi-hardwood, and in the spring it's more softwood cuttings. And there are different times of the year that work better for some plants than others. So, but in general, usually hardwood cuttings are the best and kind of most universal. So you get into fall, late fall, even into winter, good time to take cuttings and get those stuck in the ground so they can kind of wake up slowly in the spring. But here's another way you can root plants. Now here I've taken a bunch of cuttings from a beautiful Coleus that I had, and I just had one plant, but I was so excited about this. So alright, so now that we've taken care of that, I want to move a couple of these Coleus and see if we can't go ahead and get these guys out of this propagation frame and pot it up so that we can try to overwinter them. Let's see what kind of roots we're dealing with here. Oh wow. Got a pretty good root system here. Alright, I'm not going to get all of the sand out of there, but that's pretty good. Look at all the roots up the stem here. So we'll probably pot this a little deeper than what it was here in the ground. So let's set that right there. Let's go ahead and get these guys out of here. Again, a nice solid root ball. Okay. Alright, so let's go back to the greenhouse. Go ahead and level this out here. Go back to the greenhouse and we'll get these potted up here. We're gonna pot them up in our solo cups. All right, folks. Alright, and there you have it. A nice little Coleus plant. We're going to try to overwinter here in the greenhouse. Just love the color and the variegation on the fringe here. And these were all taken from the same parent plant. And look, that one's a little bit different. So we're going to set them here. We're going to give them a little bit of a drink with some fertilizer. Get these guys going here. So let's see. Let me get my smaller While we're at it, here's one of our California Wonder green pepper plants that we didn't get planted out into the garden. And look at that, it's already got a little bit of a green pepper growing along with some blossoms up here. Look at that. So set that back over here. Actually, we need to get this up into the sun. Let me see, maybe we'll move it into a bigger container here. We'll set it right there for now. All right, there you have it, folks. A nice little Coleus plant that we propagated from a cutting from our parent plant. Just love the coloration and the variegation of this little guy. So we're hoping by potting it up in our solo cup that we can overwinter it this winter in the greenhouse and be able to continue to have this here on the farm. If you like what we're doing here and you'd like to become a member of our channel, please consider clicking that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's totally free. You don't get too many free things in this world, and this happens to be one of them. And if you click that notification bell, you know, YouTube's gonna notify you every time we upload new content to our channel, and we're constantly trying to do that. We're building this thing from scratch. It's a learning experience. And so anyway, and if you like what we're doing, hey, give us a thumbs up, give us some feedback. We'd certainly like that, and you're welcome to leave any comments down below. So with that being said, take care, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.